say indie.
Yeah.
Because of the way it's quite minimal on the cover, and you've kept like quite a cool colour scheme, so it looks quite stylised.
Yeah, because like it's kind of just standard with the white blue, and they don't clash.
And it doesn't look overworked. So it's not like some magazine covers where it looks like they've gone through 5 different stages of airbrushing.
Yeah. And also the way she's dressed as well, like the clothes she's wearing is quite individual.
Yeah.
And then the way the man's in his shirt as well. It's quite indie and sort of smart energy.
Probably like teenagers, like 16-year-olds to kind of early 20s, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same.
Yeah, like mid-20s.
And why?
I mean, like even just win tickets to the Isle of Wight Festival, I think the Isle of Wight Festival is kind of, even just that, the thought of a festival kind of focuses it more towards that age group of like teenagers in early 20s.
Yeah, because like the kind of artists you have are kind of already open up to our sort of age group rather than the older generation. And obviously both people look kind of younger than how they're starting out.
But it's quite sophisticated, so it's not like a pop magazine. So if it was like Top of the Pops, then it'd be more brightly coloured, and you have more like, it'd be like busier. So it still looks quite grown up, but then yeah, it's got like the youthful side. You've got the festival tickets and competition. Santi, like the girl in the front, like I like how she's like dressed with like the colours on her top, and then how that feeds into the theme. It's like the all the colours throughout like flowing. So you've got the blue here as well. Then it all brings back to what she's wearing.
And how she's staring like right at the lens, so it kind of like draws you in. You kind of feel like she's staring at you, rather than if she was staring away from the camera. It really wouldn't draw you in that much.
But also how it's like, it looks like it's been, so for example like the text here, as it like goes round her arm, it makes it kind of look like it's been made for the picture and not the other way around, not that the picture's been pasted in to fit the magazine.
And like how you've got like sort of labels sort of behind some of the text to make it stand out more. So you've got your sort of white over her, and then when you want to make certain things stand out, so just sort of, you read it more.
I actually quite like this, the C behind the guy into the one on the right.
Yeah.
How just even a big C is kind of quite simplistic, but it really kind of, it fits with the rest of the magazine.
Because it takes up the whole page, but it obviously doesn't make it like too stand out.
It's not too prominent. Well, the standard price for like a magazine like that, because it doesn't look like it's like a sort of budget magazine, like Now magazine. It looks like it's sort of a middle sort of class demographic. So like you normally pay like £3, £2, £3.
Yeah.
I think this magazine's, yeah, I'd pay about 3.
Yeah, about 3-ish. I think having too much variety could have made it a bit too like complicated, whereas on the front cover you've kind of kept it all the same, but you've just changed like where we said, like you've made it some bold and some kind of more simpler, which
and the size
makes
as well.
Yeah.
And like how this is sort of the same sort of narrow, sort of indie, sort of quite stylised font, but then like when it's the smaller details, it's sort of more narrow and thinner, and then like your title is quite, like, it's really bold. But then it's nice how on your like double page in the interview the font's actually a lot softer, so when you're reading it through, so then again like quotes like this, which are sort of more harsh, stand out. Yeah.
But then even like sort of one on the left, all the text is in capitals, and that kind of, it sort of makes the text more of a focal point. Whereas if it had been with capitals and smaller text, I don't think it would have the same effect. So for example, like the Esme Stone text is quite, with it being all in capitals, is quite bold.